Hello guys, welcome to another exciting video on the channel known as Indie Air. We get your games up and running as fast as we possibly can. And I remember that I did not provide you guys a way to quickly and effectively make three-dimensional models, specifically when it pertaining to their textures. We can make squares, triangles, and things of that nature, but the hardest part has always been texturing. Now, in Blender, they have a process known as baking, where you can bake in a texture from any kind of medium. However, when trying to copy this, it is very difficult to do if you are copying from, say, a flat sheet of concept art. And so today I'm going to introduce you to the tool I currently use, known as Smoothie-3D. Again, this is something that is totally free and easy to duplicate or replicate. So let's get into it. Up on the screen, we have uh, entered the website. They are currently on to Smoothie 3D 3.1, and this allows us to texture relatively quickly. So I'm going to show you the texture I try to create it at first. This was made with Blender. Notice that it is all shiny and things of that nature, right? All right, it's not looking as good as it possibly can. But it looks like my character. I tried to do it with the face, but it's so hard to get all these other parts correct. Okay. And you can see what I'm working with there. And it just doesn't quite fit correctly. Okay. And the solution to having it fit properly was using this application known as Smoothie-3D. All right, so I'm going to load up the application and I'm going to load my project so you guys can see the end result. Here is the end result. All right, Smoothie-3D has there are a few complications when it comes to movement or moving around. It's not as intuitive as you would think it is, or as it would normally be. But other than that, other than moving around, it's pretty good. So let's first, matter of fact, I think I can manipulate the contours and I think about it. But we're going to stick with what we have right here and how I got it. Okay. So, one, please bring your 3D model into the scene. All right. As you guys can see, I'm grabbing my 3D model of Skullman. And I think this is in my desktop folder. So we'll just hit enter for that. It says not found. So we'll hit skull for that because I use Skull Man. All right, wanted to make sure this is, and this is his arm here. As a matter of fact, I'll just bring in the arm. It's a lot easier. And this is actually what I would suggest doing instead of what I did. I did the whole 3D model. But what I should have done is just take parts like the arm here and move it around to where you need it to be. This arm can also, I say arm, but it could also double as leg. So I'm just going to decrease the size a little bit until it matches that of the leg. Okay. And I need it to be pretty close to it. I'm going to decrease the size again. You want it to fit as well as it possibly can, because this is when the magic happens. Now, here, this arm or this part I made without it tracing, like without tracing, whereas this one I made with tracing in Blender. And so because of that, it doesn't quite match. So the solution to that would possibly be to take and stretch it out. Okay. Take and stretch. Oh, it's moving the wrong way. Don't need it to move that way. I need it to be stretched out and along that axis. Yep, there we go. Okay. And we're just going to keep it like that. It's a lot easier like that. Next, I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit, because it already has somewhat texture information from Blender. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit fix the texture here. And now it's going to mimic what we already have here. So really though, as you can see, it's not perfect. So now I'm just going to make sure that we're properly aligned. And as we can see, we weren't. So now that we see that we are, we can move this over, hit fix texture again, or unfix. Try to fix the texture one more time. Oh man. So, oh wait, maybe we can reset it. Oh no. um, it's giving me a little bit of problems here, but let us figure this out together. All right. Crank it down, hit fix texture, still wrong, over, hit fix texture. Yeah, so it looks like this, for whatever reason, this texture doesn't properly align to what we need it to align to. So we're going to bring it up, hit fix texture, and basically just keep moving this around until it works. So this is probably as close as we're going to get. As I said, it's not the perfect size, it's not the proper size. And now if we go, we can actually look around it. And as you can see, we have some white on that texture or on that model that we just made. But the cool thing about using this process is the color matches perfectly. I mean, look, same color and everything. And we can zoom in if we want. We can scroll down like that. And once again, go rotate around. Same color. And any imperfections, of course, can be taken back into Blender and just to spruce that up. So either paint that up, or you can take and have multiple models, bring them in, right? And texture them all properly. So from every angle, then take it in Blender and fuse them all together. I think that can help a lot. All right. And as you could see, you see with this model here, same thing happened. I just went to the front and I lined it up properly. And after I lined it up properly, you see, all right. So that works as well as it's going to work. Or you can also take, if you wanted to, in this program, the thing about Smoothie is it allows you to make 3D models. So theoretically, you could take and draw here. Right? And now I actually have a 3D model. But as you can see, it makes it circular. Right? And so I would need to combine this 3D model with a front view and back view. Okay, so I could draw again and combine them all to make sure that they fit where they're supposed to fit in the video. All right, or excuse me, on the screen and from the different angles. Again, using something like a blender or something just to align everything properly. Once you've completed that task, however, I'm going to close this and I'm going to bring up oh, matter of fact, I probably should not have destroyed that, because I should have shown you, or I do need to show you when it's all done, what it's going to be the process by which you go to it. So let me open that back up. All right, load that back up. Yes, and when you're all done, you're going to hit exchange and you're going to hit export into one of the file types that works for you. These are also platforms, so you have Sketchware, Shapeways, and I.Materialize. So all those can work for you. There's also an augmented reality one that could work. That would probably be fun, and I think that works more if I didn't have an image right here. But I normally use OBJ, And once you export it as an OBJ, um, oh, excuse me. All right, once you export it as an OBJ, here is going to be the result. Give it some time. All right. And here could be the end result. So as you can see, I think the shoulder is pretty good. Just this mess up is where because it duplicates the texture basically. So as you can see, but the cool thing is even the inside of my model is textured, right? So let's make this bigger. Here you go. This is with the 3D viewer. And I mean, look at that. That looks just like my picture. It's amazing. The face looks just like the picture. I mean, you know, I need to fix that or adjust that to make it line up a little better. It definitely needs to make that align a little better. The head needs to be changed. But you can paint all this after you've already done it. So you can take it in Blender and tidy it up a bit. But for the most part, this is pretty good. Now, as I said, the easiest way to do this would probably be to have each individual. So have each individual part, you know, your head, your neck, have each of these individual parts take and get the texture onto those parts, take and import these parts all into your software of choice and to get your whole 3D model. I actually need to do the reverse because I actually need each and one of these individual parts to place in my current game, Battle Network Ultimate. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out. I have to be on my merry way, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.